so I'm gonna get right into the video, and I'll do a video on details later. So this is my old U-part bob that I made, and I'm just trying to figure out where I cut it at last time. So I had a side part like this, and make sure it's not all the way. See, this one is good, but it got messed up when I went out one night, so that's why I just want to make a new one. I wanted to do some color, but I'll do that off camera next time when you guys learn how to make your own, so I won't freak people out with the color yet. I'm gonna do it later. Stocking cap on your head. Here's the cap that I'm using. Some people like it, some people don't. I like this cap. This is the weaving cap, multi deluxe use. It says one size fit all, but that, don't believe that. It don't fit everybody, but my head is really big. As you can see, I have a huge head, and it fits me, so I don't know. So what I like to do is I like to take the cap, stretch it out some, just to give it some flexibility. And then they have these straps in the back. I make sure they're loose. I don't pull it. I make sure it's loose. So when I put the cap on, and if it's too big, I can tighten it up. A white pencil, but I noticed with using white, sometimes that white gets stuck on the cap and you can see it. So I use a very dark eyeliner pencil, and this is just a blue eyeliner. I actually use this in my video to do my blue makeup. I don't want it too much to the side because, like I said, when I split it, it turned into a V. So I'm gonna do it about here. See how that is? So that's where my part is going to be. Now this is not going to be perfectly here. It's just I'm just doing this to give a guide to see exactly where I'm going to cut it at. So it may be over here a little bit, but this is just a stopping point. So I know for this side, I don't go past this line. For this side, when I do my bang, I want my bang to stop at least here. Because when I cut it, it's going to split into like a V. So I'm just going to mark off this area right here as if this is where I'm going to stop at when I do it. I'm gonna put my stocking cap as my base. Now this is just so that the phone won't get stuck onto under here. Take some wig pins. I'm just gonna pin the cap down so it just won't move. Using is this is the Dolche Janet Collection 100% human hair. I have a tutorial on how to do this as a sew-in, so I'll put that at the bottom if you want to see how this looks as a sew-in and not cut into a bob. I really like this hair better than the Outre Doobie because it just has more body and it just lasts a little longer in my opinion. I couldn't find the velvet Remy like I wanted, so I settled for this hair, and it's just Doobie hair. So I'm using two different type of beauty supply store hair companies. Are not the same, which is fine. You don't have to have the same company. The reason I have the DreamWeaver is because I love how it curls, and it just has this pretty, like, this gorgeous flow to it. So that's why I got the Model, whatever, DreamWeaver, and I have Sensationnel Premium Now hair. I just have some extra hair in case I need it. It's the same inch, 10 inches long. Comes like this, like typical Doobie hair. Take your hot glue gun and put it on the track, but it's hard to hold it at this angle with me filming. So just know, you just take the gun, you go right across like this. See, I can't even get in the camera. And you just go straight across. So that's all you do. This is where we're gonna lay our first track. I'm gonna put it right here, right above these straps right here. You don't wanna put it under that because it's a bob, and sometimes if you put it too far down, it kind of manipulates and it messes up your shape. So I don't like to go all the way to the nape when I do my bobs. Even when I do a sew-in, I don't like going all the way to the nape because it's a bob, so you're gonna cut it anyway. One thing that I found that was easier for me, I do my glue halfway and just lay it down, because sometimes it can get messy if you put the glue all the way across the track in one time and then try to place it. So what I like to do, I like to do it halfway, going through, and then I just go and fill in the rest of the glue on the track and just go like this. Okay, so the tricks to doing my bobs and how I get to lay a certain way, get the shape, I manually place my longer tracks as I go. So sometimes people tend to mess up by doing the doobie all the way up until they get to their bang, but doing that, you're really just making a short bob with long bangs that you're going to end up cutting. And I learned that by doing that a lot of times, and I didn't get the look that I wanted. So this is how I do it. So right now I have my doobie in the back, of course, and then now I'm going to go with my 10-inch, and I'm just going to place my 10-inch here and start curving it. That's the trick to doing it. Make sure you curve it, because when the wind blows, it'll blow like this instead of having it there. Then your tracks won't lay right. So make sure you just start curving your tracks. So we're gonna go about halfway back with the longer piece, like this, and this is where our stopping point is going to be, because when you do your bob, you're not gonna cut all the way back. You're gonna cut, that's what I'm gonna say, you're gonna cut about here when you do your bob, so you don't need these long pieces in the back. And that's how you preserve a lot of your longer length too, so you don't really need like 2 full packs of hair. So I'm just going to cut this here. Okay, so now that I'm running out of hair, I'm going to go ahead and start filling in the gaps. So basically, as you see throughout this whole tutorial, I'm just filling in gaps and placing it how you will visually see it. So I have the long pieces in the front here, and then I have the doobie in the back. So that's all I'm doing. So this is all the doobie I have left, and this is going to carry me through the top. And then as you see, it's okay to go ahead and start placing your long pieces at the closure part, because you already have your length at the sides already. So that's why I do my length first. I start at the very tips of the wig right here, because that's where you get your length from. Now if I would have brought this doobie all the way around first, I would have a short bob, and it'll just come out as a short bob, but not like a, you know, like a, what's it called, an angle bob, asymmetrical bob, or whatever. So it's different ways you can do bobs, but this is just how I do mine. Okay, so now this is the tricky part that I can't even really explain. This is the bane, of course. So you see how we're curving it over. Now we don't want to keep curving it until when you cut it, that's the curve part. As you get to the top, you want to create this box. So just keep filling it up until you get, so I'm gonna keep doing the curve like this till I get about here. So as you can see, I'm gonna keep curving it like this, curving it until it gradually turns like this. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna keep curving this like this, keep curving it until it gets to a straight line. And that's how I'm gonna, on this side is different. I can just see, I can do it now and just do my line like this until you get a box. But over here is different. You want to just keep curving it until you get this right here, and then you're gonna have like a I part or a V. So as you can see how we curved that. So this is gonna be basically our last track, and you see how close we got that. So you just want to make it as close as possible, because remember, it's gonna spread a little bit wider. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this track going straight back. so I pulled that part out because I don't want it that far to the front, so I just pulled it off, but it's going to be cut anyway. So this is it, you guys, how to make the bob. As you can see it's kind of, it's better this time, but you see it's like kind of like a V for some reason. And of course, when I cut it, you see it almost looks like a bob already. You see how that is? So you could honestly probably wear it like this. I like just placing my caps, my longer tracks as I go, because it's just so much easier. So as you can see, it's almost like a bob, so it's easier for people to do. So all I would do is put this in a rubber band, cut it up, and then you already have your bob in place. Now I'm gonna do a different video, of course, me styling it, and hopefully I'll get up here soon. But for now, y'all wanted to see the bob done, so a lot of people already did it with the instructions I put on my last video, the show and tell video. But yeah, this is it. And like I said, all of this is beauty supply store hair. I don't believe in buying no expensive Remy or, you know, virgin hair for a bob, because it's just gonna get cut anyway. But that would be nice to get some virgin hair as a bob. I wonder how that would look. But yeah, this is it. And it's nice and full over here, so you can kind of see how it's gonna look once I cut it and everything. But that'll be a separate video, so I just wanted to show you how to do it, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope it helped you a lot. So I will holler at y'all later when I style it.